Hey, welcome back to a new video. As you can see, today we are in a different setting. So I'm just gonna explain a little bit what's going on. Also, this is a pure whispering video, so some of you might already know that this will just be me talking, rambling, and as in all of my other videos like this, if you want, you can just close your eyes, drift away. You don't have to pay attention if you don't want to. I always want these videos to be more like a company noise for the background so you can rest or sleep. So yeah, just try to relax and hopefully sleep. About this new space. I'm currently at my mom's house and this is my brother's room. The thing is, this is a new build room and it has a little bit more isolation. However, even with all the isolation, there are still noises. You might be listening to birds, and that's because my mom has birds right outside of this window. We have a window right here. And so that means that instead of dogs, which is usually my problem at home, we have birds. But I was thinking, let me test and do a video with bird sounds in the background and see if people like it. I thought it could be relaxing in a way. So this video will have birds in the background. How do you like that? There is a possibility for future videos. There are two possibilities that I haven't tried. One of them is to cover the space where the birds live and make them think that it's nighttime. They will be more quiet. Or the other option is to move I don't know the name. Is it a bird cage? I don't know. To move that further away. But it would be a little difficult because they're kinda big. So, I don't know. For today, this is the test that I'm doing and I'm gonna have to kinda be okay with not controlling all of the noises. And hopefully that will be fine. So, yeah, I am in my brother's room and I just bought all of my equipment from home. I set up in here and I don't know, what do you think? It has this really cool wall. I'm currently sitting on a bed. It is very cozy. It's a very comfortable setup for me as well. So I was hoping this could maybe work because currently at my place it has been extremely difficult to film. Every time I think that it's difficult to film, it gets worse. And I'm not exaggerating, I wish I was. But the last few months I feel like it's been getting worse. And I don't see a solution because this is my job. And if I can't do my job, that's a problem. So, like last week, for example, I did try to film and ended up having to do a compilation because there were no quiet times. And again, I'm not exaggerating. Throughout the whole day, there's noise. And then at nighttime, even if I stay awake I'm talking cars passing right outside of the window, dogs barking extremely loud, kids screaming outside, and a band playing instruments very loudly. And snoring. So, I know that you guys always tell me, like, you have to ignore all of this, it's okay, we don't hear anything. But the reason why you're not listening to any of these noises, it's because I patiently wait and try to film in the in-between minutes that exist without noises. And then my editor magically puts them together and it seems like it's quiet, but it's not. Sometimes it's just very difficult to ignore that frustration of not having a place to film. Like not being able to have even 20 minutes of silence in one go. But yeah, this video today is kind of like, I don't want it to be a rant or anything because I am actually very hopeful about this option. So it's more of a update and a little, I don't even know. I just want to talk to you and give you an insight of what's going on this side of the camera. I have posted a behind the scenes video if you would like to see more of this space and my setup. But yeah, overall, life has been a little weird because it has been good and bad. I guess that's how life is all the time. Oh, there might be chickens as well in this video. Such a chaotic video. Anyway, so I haven't told you yet, but for those of you who remember, I mentioned that I was taking my motorcycle license like a couple weeks ago or so, maybe a little bit longer, and I was gonna do my exam. Well, I failed my exam, I did not pass, but not everything has to be a bad thing. Yes, I did fail the exam, however, my exam was so perfect up until the very end. But I did everything good. I managed to do all of the things that they require you to do. And I actually did a very incredible exam. That's what the guy told me. Like the examiner, is that how you say it? No. It's like the instructor that is doing the exam. I don't know. So, you might be wondering, if you did such a perfect exam, why didn't you pass? On the second to last roundabout, going back to the exam center, keep in mind, I had done everything right up until that point. We approached the roundabout, and my walkie-talkie interferes with something, and I couldn't listen to the instructor giving me the instructions. And when that happens, you have to raise your hand, and they repeat. So in second gear, but it was still too fast to stop. And once I get there, I see a truck coming in my direction from the left. And he was entering the roundabout so fast that I was like, oh my god, I cannot go. Like, I will be crushed under this truck. So my instant reaction was to brake, do like an emergency stop. What is the problem here? I am not very experienced with motorcycles. And yes, I had been told before that I should never brake with my front brake only because it kind of goes, it locks the wheel and you can fall. So guess what I did? I used my front brake. So by using the front brake, I messed up because it, like, the wheel locked in, and I dropped the motorcycle. Because obviously, I don't know, for anyone who doesn't, like, has never tried a motorcycle, if you use the front brake only, the wheel and your steering wheel will kind of like lock in and do this, and you will instantly be going forward and you will kind of lose the grip, I guess. And then, sorry, I don't have much vocabulary for this. But basically the motorcycle just went like this and it tilted, and because I am quite a small person, I was not able to hold it and I dropped it. But I wasn't hit by a truck. That's the silver lining here. My instructor came, not the one that was testing me, but my current instructor that teaches me how to ride. He came out of the car, held me with the motorcycle, and we were like, it's done. The guy had to fail me, you know, he had to. That's like his job. So we go back to the exam center, and yeah, the guy ends up coming out of the car, and he was like, oh my god, this was very unfortunate because you did such an amazing exam and you clearly know how to drive, and you did, like, you had a good decision in braking for that truck because that situation would have been way too dangerous. So I'm really glad you decided to brake. It was just very unfortunate that you dropped the motorcycle. I should have prepared to brake earlier. And I told him, like, oh, I know this, but because of the walkie-talkie situation, I got a little distracted, which, it's not an excuse. It cannot happen when you're on the road. Like, you cannot get distracted like that. But it was unfortunate. He was like, I am so sorry. I have to fail you because you dropped the motorcycle, and that's like... But he was so upset. Like, he was sad for me because he knew that I can do it. He was like, please do not give up. Please come back and do another exam. You got this. He was so sweet. Honestly, I'm so grateful that I got such an amazing instructor on my exam, because he made me feel much better about failing. Usually when I fail at something, I for the very first time in my life, I actually failed an exam, and I was okay with it. I was even happy. Obviously, I was frustrated at first and angry at myself and at the drug, at the situation. But after processing all of those emotions, I was also happy because I saw that I can do it. I did a perfect exam. I did everything that they ask, and I did it super well. So, what I took from that exam was that I am very much capable of riding a motorcycle, and I find it so much fun. And I'm going in for a second exam, and I will do my best to pass that one. But even if I don't pass the second one, I'll try a third time or fourth time if I have to, because I really want to drive a motorcycle. And I have my motorcycle waiting for me at home. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions, but I feel like I've been dealing with the situation in the best way possible, and I'm very proud of that. So I kind of wanted to tell you this story, not only to give you this life update, but to give you hope and to give you some sort of life lesson for you to see that even if you fail at something, even if you don't succeed straight away, that's okay. You got it. You can still do it again. And I feel like the important thing is to not give up. No one was born knowing how to ride a motorcycle or knowing how to do anything. We all had to learn. So, if right now you've been feeling like a failure, like you can't do anything right, please remember that none of us knew how to do anything when we were born. We all had to learn. Some people had a lot more experience in certain areas, which is why they are very professional at certain things. But that doesn't mean they are better than you. They just had more practice, and they got better and better and better, and you can do the same. So, I feel like that's the lesson that I want you to take from this. It's raining around. It started to rain right now. So yeah, I feel like past me would be so proud because last year when I took my driver's license, there was a point where I didn't think I was capable of driving a car. I didn't believe in myself. And when I passed my exam, I was like, you're telling me that I can take my car and just drive alone? And nowadays, I've been driving alone everywhere, and I'm really good at it right now. Look at her. I don't know, it's just, I feel like I've gotten really good at driving because I have a lot of awareness. However, I do admit that sometimes I get distracted if there's someone in the car with me. And at those times, I'm not the best driver, but I try really hard, so I feel like that's a positive thing. And the same thing with the motorcycle. I obviously still have these thoughts of like, what if I can't do it? What if I forget how to drive? And when I get there again, I don't know how to do anything. But I just have to start process and remembering that no one is born with any skills apart from like breathing. So I feel like this has been a really good life lesson in general, and I feel like I needed to fail this test to be able to learn how to handle all of these feelings. Does that make sense? So yeah, that was the major update that I had to give you, and I think that ends today's video with this life lesson. Do not give up and never think that you are not good enough or that you are not capable of doing whatever you set yourself to do, because with a little bit of practice everyone can get to a super professional level at anything, I believe. So yeah, just try to believe a little bit more in yourself and don't give up. That's what I want to say for today. How was this video? I hope it was okay. I have to give you a little secret code. I'm thinking that we could maybe do a what can we do? Let's do a motorcycle. How original, I know. Let's do that. So yeah, this is the video for today. I hope you are already in dreamland, sleeping. If not, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys are always extremely sweet. I appreciate it, and I will see if I can make this situation work for us, because that would mean that I could